Tired of keyboards that fight with your Mac instead of working with it? I researched 5 keyboards compatible with Mac and filtered the ones that actually deliver seamless key mapping according to real users. What I found about Bluetooth stability will save you from keyboards compatible with Mac only on paper. Let's dive in. Starting off at number 5, this one caught my attention because of how often it comes up when Mac users talk about finally finding a keyboard that feels right. We've got the Logitech MX Keys S for Mac. What users who've tried it highlight most is the typing experience. The keys have a slight concave shape that matches your fingertips naturally. According to reviews from people with months of use, this small design choice makes a real difference during long work sessions. Your fingers find their place without looking down. The key travel sits somewhere between a laptop keyboard and something with more depth. One detail that comes up repeatedly in opinions is the weight. This is a substantial, solid keyboard. It doesn't slide around on your desk when you're typing fast. For a dedicated home office setup, that stability matters. But if you're planning to carry it in a backpack daily, keep that in mind. It's noticeably heavier than ultra-slim alternative. The smart backlighting deserves attention. Keys light up automatically as your hands approach and adjust brightness based on ambient lighting. A user who works late nights mentioned this single feature justified the purchase for it. Battery impact stays minimal because the lights only activate when needed. Multi-device switching is where this keyboard shines for hybrid workers. You can pair with up to 3 Apple devices and switch between them using dedicated keys. Someone working between a Mac Studio and iPad described the workflow as completely seamless. No constant repairing headache. Analyzing the specs and real feedback, battery life genuinely stands out. One user reported 2 weeks of consistent 8-hour daily use and still had 90% charge remaining. USB-C charging takes around 3 hours to reach full capacity. Now, here's what you need to keep in mind. The Logi-Bolt receiver doesn't come included in the box. Bluetooth works fine for most setups, but if you want the dongle for more stable connectivity, that's a separate purchase. Also, there's no fingerprint scanner like some expect from keyboards in this category. For Mac users who prioritize typing comfort and multi-device flexibility over absolute portability, this delivers solid value. The link is in the description. Moving on to number 4. This one kept appearing in my research whenever people asked about full-size mechanical keyboards that actually work with Mac out of the box. We've got the Keychron K10 wireless mechanical keyboard. There's an interesting pattern in reviews from users with months of use. They bought it expecting a compromise and ended up making it their daily driver for both Mac and Windows setup. The key detail is the native Mac layout. Command and Option keys are right where you expect them, and it ships ready for Mac OS without any software installation. The 4,000 mAh battery is one of the largest in mechanical keyboards. According to reviews from people with months of use, they're charging it once every few weeks with moderate backlight. One user who works from home typing all day mentioned he barely thinks about battery life. Bluetooth 5.1 with 3-device pairing is where this really shines. A detail that comes up repeatedly in opinion is how seamless the switching feels. You hit a function key combo, and within a second or two, you're typing on another device. No repairing, no hassle. Now, here's what you need to keep in mind. The battery indicator is basically a small red light on the side that's easy to miss. Several users report the keyboard dying unexpectedly because they didn't notice the warning. It only happens once every month or two for most people, but it's worth knowing. The keyboard also goes to sleep after about 10 minutes of inactivity. When you wake it, that first keystroke gets lost. For someone watching videos and occasionally typing, this means hitting spacebar twice to resume. Not a deal breaker, but something to expect. Analyzing the specs and real feedback, this delivers mechanical typing feel, reliable multi-device pairing, and proper Mac layout at roughly half what you'd pay for certain premium alternatives. If you need that number pad and want the flexibility to switch between Mac and Windows seamlessly, this covers both without compromise. The link is in the description. Moving on to number 3. This one stands out for a specific reason. It's actually certified by Ergonomics Professional. We've got the Logitech Ergo K860. There's an interesting pattern in reviews from people who've used this for months. A lot of them mention wrist discomfort that gradually disappeared after switching to this layout. The curved, split keyframe keeps your arms at a more natural angle instead of forcing them inward like traditional keyboards. The pillowed wrist rest deserves attention here. It's not just padding. Memory foam sits underneath, and according to Logitech's data, it provides 54% more wrist support compared to typing without one. Users who spend 8+ hours typing report that difference adds up over time. One detail that comes up repeatedly in opinions is the adjustment system. 3 tilt positions at 0, -4, and -7 degrees. Whether you're sitting or standing at a desk, you can dial in what feels right. A user who switches between positions throughout the day mentioned this flexibility made it practical for their work. For Mac compatibility, you're covered with Bluetooth or the included USB receiver. Logitech Options software works on Mac OS X, letting you customize function keys and set up shortcuts that actually make sense for how you work. Now, here's what you need to keep in mind. The split layout has a learning curve. Your first week might feel awkward. According to reviews from people who stuck with it, muscle memory kicks in and typing speed recovers within 2 weeks. It also takes up more desk space than a standard keyboard. If you're working with limited room, measure first. Analyzing the specs and real feedback, for anyone dealing with wrist or looking to prevent it before it starts, this represents a solid investment in long-term typing comfort. The link is in the description.
These products are great, but there are hundreds of deals every day, and most of them are trash. That's why I pick the 5 best from each category every day and post them for free on Telegram. And you can choose only the categories that interest you with zero spam. Link in the description.
Moving on to number 2, a detail that comes up repeatedly in opinion is how this keyboard feels like it was designed by someone who actually uses a Mac daily. We've got the ProtoArc K110A wireless aluminum keyboard. One user summed it up perfectly. They bought this expecting a budget compromise and ended up preferring it over their aging Apple extended keyboard. That pattern shows up again and again in the reviews. The aluminum unibody construction here is genuine aerospace grade material at just 0.4 inches thick. Why does that matter? It means the keyboard sits stable on your desk without flexing or sliding around during heavy typing sessions. According to reviews from people with months of use, the build holds up without any rattling or loosening keys. What users who've tried it highlight most is the multi-device Bluetooth connectivity. 3 independent channels let you pair your Mac, iPad, and iPhone simultaneously. One button press switches between them. For anyone juggling multiple Apple devices throughout the day, that workflow improvement alone makes a real difference. The scissor switches feel familiar if you've used any Mac keyboard. Quiet but precise, with slightly more travel than you might expect. Users describe it as having a soft, confident feedback that makes long typing sessions comfortable. Now, here's what you need to keep in mind. There's no fingerprint sensor. If Touch ID is essential to your work, you'll still need to authenticate on the Mac itself. Several reviewers mention this is the only missing feature, but many also point out that pairing with an Apple Watch solves that problem entirely. Another thing worth noting, the battery percentage doesn't show in the Mac's Bluetooth menu. There's a low battery indicator light on the keyboard itself, so you won't get stranded mid-work. One user working from their couch reported solid connection at 15 to 20 feet from their TV setup with minimal lag. That kind of real-world range matters for flexible working environment. The included silicone cover protects against spills, though users mention it can yellow over time with sun exposure. A minor trade-off. For anyone prioritizing a premium Mac typing experience and multi-device switching without the premium price tag, this delivers exactly that. The link is in the description. Before we reveal our number 1, be sure to check out the description below for the freshest deals on each of these items. And finally, number 1. This one earned the top spot for a reason that matters most to Mac. It just works out of the box. We've got the Satechi Slim X1 Bluetooth backlit keyboard. What users who've tried it highlight most is the native Mac experience. This keyboard was designed exclusively for macOS, which means all function keys, shortcuts, and modifier keys behave exactly as you'd expect. No remapping software, no awkward workaround. Command is where command should be. Option does what option should do. A detail that comes up repeatedly in opinions is the build quality. The aluminum finish matches Mac aesthetics perfect. It genuinely looks like it belongs next to your MacBook or Mac Mini. That attention to design isn't just cosmetic either. According to reviews from people with months of use, the ultra-slim profile and compact layout create comfortable typing for extended work sessions. The multi-device Bluetooth deserves real attention. You can pair up to 3 devices and switch between them with dedicated keys. One user mentioned jumping between their Mac Mini, iPad, and iPhone throughout the day without missing a beat. That seamless workflow flexibility speaks for itself. 10 levels of backlight brightness might sound excessive on paper, but it solves a practical problem. Whether you're working in a dim room late at night or under harsh office lighting, you can dial in exactly what your eyes need. Now, here's what you need to keep in mind. The key travel is shallow compared to traditional key. If you're coming from a mechanical setup with deeper switches, the typing feel takes adjustment. Battery life also isn't the longest in this category. Though USB-C charging keeps downtime minimal. For Mac users who prioritize clean design, seamless integration, and reliable multi-device switching, this delivers genuine value for money. The 2-year warranty from Satechi adds welcome peace of mind. You'll find the link in the description. Now you know which keyboards actually work with your Mac and which ones are compatible only on paper. Prices in this category change without warning, so if one stood out, the links are in the description.